What's going on, guys? Ben Cannon, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys part 2 of my series Pillars of Wealth. And I'm going to show you guys, for those of you who don't know exactly what I'm doing, it's supposed to be a whiteboard Wednesday. However, for this video I thought it'd be a lot easier if I actually was doing this on my computer, because I have a couple not necessarily PowerPoint but just things I need to do on my computer to show you guys. And this is going to be my schedule for you guys who don't know. So the first, I'm going to be talking about what it's like to get rich. Why do we want money? What is money? What is your number? Pillars of wealth, income ideas. You guys can read the rest, but just really breaking down income, wealth, and why you want to acquire it. And in today's video, basically what it's like to have it. I just want to give you guys a little bit of motivation and show you guys, the quote unquote, the good life. So let's go and hop on into my OneNote document really quickly, and just a couple of quick things I want to point out to you guys, just basically some questions that I had personally when I was first starting out is, how much do most people have in their bank account that are considered, rich or wealthy, right? And I did a little bit of digging, and I found out that number is around $50,000, and that's going to be just in their checking, right? Now in savings, surprisingly, it's fairly similar. It's around $50,000, and in investments, this is actually where it gets a little bit tricky. It's $750,000, and there's a couple of different reasons for this. When I first was starting out and just thinking about rich, I was just thinking about just strictly income. I wasn't thinking about wealth. So I'm going to touch on that really quickly. There's going to be a difference between income, which is how much money you make, and wealth, which is how much money you have and you keep, and that actually pays you, right? So there's a lot of things I really want to get into for you guys, but this is going to be the first one, is that they don't keep a lot of money in their bank account. Now, when people are millionaires, right, it's usually because they own millions of dollars worth of things. It's not necessarily because they have millions of dollars in cash in their bank account, okay? So what happens is they put all of their money in investments, right? So they have millions of dollars in investments, in real estate, in stocks, in businesses, and those just pay them every single month, and that goes directly into their bank account, right, which they use to pay bills. And savings, it's pretty similar. Now, some people have a little bit different. Some people just blast their savings with as much money as they can in order to sit on that money in order to use for investments. But if you guys know, it's kind of a funnel, right? So bank account feeds into savings account, just the excess, and the excess savings feeds into your investments, and the investments pays you. So it's more of like a circle. It's really unique. And I'm going to be showing you guys this exact formula and how you can get to these numbers. Okay. Now I want to touch on the pros of being rich or just having money. And this is actually very interesting. And honestly, it's easy to okay, when I say a lot of these things, you're going to be like, yeah, Ben, well, duh. Obviously, you don't have to worry about that. But think about how nice that would be and how much that would actually improve your life. I want you to just think about that for a second. So if you never had to worry about food, and it depends on who's watching. If you guys are with your parents, you probably don't have to worry about food. But some of you might have been growing up, with parents not making a lot of money, or you're not making a lot of money. Sometimes you are on a budget, and it's very annoying to have to budget something so simple as food, something that we're so blessed to have in the United States, right? Not talking about other countries, but strictly in the United States. Now, how nice would it be if you were able to just go whenever you wanted to the restaurant, whenever you wanted to a grocery store, whenever you wanted to, any other place that serves food, and just get whatever you want to. And that's fantastic, because we all have cravings, right? And that would be just so nice. And sometimes maybe you just want to take your significant other out, right? It's just fancy little things like that, just get-togethers. The rich never have to worry about food. And the second one, this might resonate with some of you guys. They don't have to worry about shelter, and there's a couple different things. It could be shelter as in like a roof over your head, or it could be, paying rent. It could be paying your mortgage. It could be, living with your parents, right? How, wanting to get out of your house. They don't ever have to worry about those payments. And for those of you guys who still rent, who are late on your payments just constantly, right? This is something you're not going to have to worry about if you take these tactics that I'm going to be teaching you in these videos and apply them in your own life. Now, the second thing is going to be credit card payments, and this is debt, and this is terrible stuff. Credit card payments are, like 20 to 27% interest rates, just insane. Most people can't even get that type of returns, which I'll be talking about later. So think about it this way. How nice would it be if you did not have to make your credit card's payments, how much less stress would you have in your life, and how much more money would you be able to, like, play around with to enjoy your life, right? Because at the end of the day, money is just about power. It's about enjoying things. And this is kind of controversial, but friends, and I was doing some research. I didn't really believe this at first, but you actually can acquire a lot more friends, and it's kind of two-part. One of them can be some superficial friends, right? They could be just after you for your money. But the second part is when you're rich, people who are rich are generally very good networkers, and they network with people that are, in the same space and just, have the same mentalities. So if you're, the type of person who's looking to become rich and you've always wanted to just find people that are like that, but you can't seem to find them, the best way to find those people is to be rich first, because you will gravitate. You will literally suck in like a magnet other people who have money. And I'll be showing you guys some tactics on how to kind of get this aspect of your lifestyle down. Now, the second thing is going to be gifts, and this is not the second thing, but this is another thing, is gifts. And this is pretty cool. Think about it. If you're just barely struggling, right? You're just struggling so much. You have rent that's due, and then you forgot about like your sister's birthday or your brother's birthday. Hopefully not your parents, hopefully not your significant other, but you forgot about it. You're gonna have to spend money that you just don't have. You don't want to look like a complete and utter loser and not be able to buy them a gift, right? And that would be just one of the nicest things, is not being able to, or not having to worry about getting gifts and not having to budget for gifts, just being able to, oh, look at the date, it's my brother's birthday, or it's a week from my brother's birthday, and then buy them something. And this is probably the one that resonates most with me, is the unexpected expenses. And this is a killer. I mean, if you have an older car, right, an earlier car, that things can happen, right? Your brakes can go out. Just random things can start falling apart. The tires can get all messed up. I'm not a car expert by any means, but car expenses are, generally speaking, on average, are $750 to $1,000. Now, do you have $1,000 in your account right now that you can just freely spend on your car? If you do, great. I'm going to be showing you guys how to increase that number to closer to these numbers, and hopefully far exceeding that number. And if you guys don't, then that's perfect. You guys really need to watch these videos. And I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit more about this, right? So what will you be able to do? That's, this is kind of the worries in your life that you're not going to have to worry about, right? This is going to be the fun stuff, which you're going to be able to do. And I put this in there for those of you guys who like this. You're going to be able to donate to charity freely. This is going to be one that's actually pretty nice. You're going to be able to travel. And it's kind of crazy because these days, people who actually travel make more money off of traveling. And I'll be showing you guys how to make money off of traveling as well, with things like vlogs and stuff like that. So definitely hit that subscribe button if that, kind of applies to you whatsoever. Another other thing is, I'm going to say take time off. And for a couple different reasons. For friends, right? You just don't want to roll out of bed, and those days where you're sick, maybe you went out the night before, you're hungover, whatever, or you just want to go on a vacation with your friends. You can do that. It does not matter. And this is pretty cool too. You have a family emergency. Now these things are just completely unexpected, right? Family emergencies and unexpected expenses. These things are so far out of your control. And like I said, what does money do? It gives you control, it gives you power, right? So you're able to tend to this person, you're able to take time off of work, you're able to mourn whatever the situation is. And I just put vacation there, just kind of show you guys. Now the cons of having money, and I found this kind of a crazy little article I want to go over with you guys really quickly. It's kind of funny. So I'm going to be touching with you guys on these points really quickly. I'm not going to spend too much time with this, because at the end of this, I want to show you guys really how much money you guys need to have, and it's probably a lot less money than you thought you would have to have in order to live the life that you want to live. So a little bit of motivation at the end of the video for you guys. So the first thing, teachers treat you differently. And I don't read too much into this. You guys can read this because I'm not a student anymore, so I don't really care. But look at this. It says, a visit to the bank becomes an interrogation. This is nuts. So this is actually kind of funny. They look at your bank account, they see that $50,000, or some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars in savings, probably not in checkings. They start asking you, what do you do? Oh my God, good for you. When did you start, et cetera, et cetera. And they said it gets annoying. And I can kind of see that, if you're at the bank, or if you're driving your fancy luxury car, or just whatever, people want to know what you did in order to acquire those things. And this is pretty cool too. It says time is the enemy, and that's honestly extremely true. Look at this quote. It says, private jets are not what you do because you want to have fun. They're what you do to save time. and time equals money. And it's extremely, extremely true. Now, economy airports, if you guys know, 4 hours minimum, right? Or not minimum, but around 4 hours average, right? To get in, to get out, to start your flight, and then the flight takes however long, okay? Now, if you're not in that the mindset of making money, you guys don't know that every single minute counts. And the reason why I'm doing this video at 9 o'clock at night right now is because I've been spending every single minute this day in the last this entire year just working, right? That's why these videos are I have to pump these out so late at night, because they are something I have to get to it later in the day, right? I have to work on my business first, and then I'm documenting my business with you guys and kind of teaching. So time is very, very important. This is really cool. There's something nice. You can comfortably donate to charity. You can make a lot of new friends, kind of. And this is going to be the same thing, right? You can kind of network with people that you like, and you can also have people that are just going to want you because of your money, right? This could be things like, girls or guys, whatever the opposite sex is, just they're going to be more attracted to you because of your money in certain circumstances, right? Now, this is a little bit of a cool, fun thing. I didn't actually touch on this, but you can hit your bucket lists hard. So whatever it is, if you wanted to go on vacation to Europe for a month, right, that is not nearly as expensive as you guys think it is. And for the methods I'm going to be teaching you guys in this channel, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this for practically nothing. So definitely stay tuned for what I have to show you guys in this, Pillars of Wealth series, okay? And look at this. This is kind of sad. It says I could have been just as happy when I was poor, and it could be true. I mean, money doesn't buy happiness, right? What it does is it buys, it essentially buys power. It gives you power. It gives you freedom to do what you want, but it also brings a lot of responsibility. And that's what I want to touch on, guys. If you guys are not ready for this, and if you guys are kind of shaking your head like you're not ready for this, don't watch these videos. Guys, don't do anything. Stay in your 9-to-5 job. Stay in the rat race, okay? Live like an average everyday person. Be constantly late on your bills. Be constantly late on your rent payments. Be constantly thinking about money and thinking, what would I have done if I invested this time in these videos, if I invested in myself. This is kind of funny too. You have to deal with awkward reactions. So whether it's a tour guide pointing out a hotel that costs $1,000 a night and everybody in the tour bus gasps and it's where I'm staying, or taxi drivers making snarky comments about millionaires, or people suggesting it's my lucky day and I should buy a lotto ticket. I run into this repeatedly and predictably, and that's pretty funny. I just thought that was a quick little anecdote. Having kids, I'm going to ignore that. Don't let a fancy car define your image. Play it right, and you can be set for life. It's a lonely journey. Now, this is something I want to touch about as well. This is going to be a huge con to making money. And after this, I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit of motivation. At first, you guys do have to be your own cheerleader, okay? Because a lot of things that you have to do in order to make money in the beginning are going to be things that, if you're not going, the college route, right? If I'm not saying that's not, bad, but if you're not going the college route and you have a very clearly defined path, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to live life on your own terms, you're going to have a very zigzagged life. And most people don't embark on these journeys. So because of that reason, they don't understand it. Because they don't understand it, they have a high inclination or likelihood to actually make fun of you. And it can definitely be lonely. You can have even family members will do this to you, start to make fun of you. Maybe they'll be jealous. Maybe they just won't believe in you. A lot of different things. But at the end of the day, it is 100% worth it. And there's a couple different reasons why, but I'm gonna show you guys my main reasons why it's worth it right now, and what you guys can kind of get out of this. So let me go and get into this one moment. Perfect. So I built you guys out a little spreadsheet here, and I did use examples from my personal life, right, just to give you guys kind of an idea. Now, this is pretty sweet. So I'm gonna literally just break down everything and show you guys how much money you actually have to have, okay? So this is going to be a financed home, somewhere around $250,000 to $300,000 finance. Your loan payment's going to be around $1,300 a month, and that's going to be, including insurance, okay? Now, the utilities for these types of homes, generally, if you want a 2-story home, about $600 per month. Food's about $500 per month. Eating out, I kind of went crazy on this just because I love eating out so much. It's not necessarily just the food, it's the experience, and it's the freedom to be able to do what I want to do. So I put $1,700, and the reason I put that is because I said, every meal is going to be around $75, and I budgeted around 6 meals per week, which, if you think about it, it sounds crazy, but you guys are thinking about just dinners. If you guys want to do breakfast or lunch and dinner, or just, any combination, as long as it equals 6, $1,700 is a little bit more realistic. So we also have miscellaneous, just for anything I might have forgotten, gas, your car payment. And this is kind of what I want to show you guys. Now, this car, I did pick an expensive one. This is going to be a $70,000 car. So your car payment, if you put $50,000 down, $55,000 down, your payment's going to be about $550, just average term and rate. And just for luxury, for any sort of hobbies or habits you have, I budgeted out $400. Now, you guys can do whatever you want with this, but I want to show you guys it's not that much money. It's $6,000. And that is super, super obtainable. Some people, they're making literally $10,000 a day with Shopify. Now, imagine one day you can cover all of these expenses. You can cover your luxury car. You can cover your home. You can cover your utilities. You can cover eating out with fancy things. You can do luxury things, right? And these are just amazing, amazing things that you guys can do for literally just $6,000 a month. Okay, just $6,000. Now, if you guys are making more money and you want to say add a car, right? So another luxury car. You want 2 luxury cars, $7,000. Literally not that much. I'm going to show you guys how to make $1,000 per day. That's $30,000 a month, okay, on average, right? So we're going to go ahead and do that. And the very last one, this is going to be kind of a bigger goal, right? So if you want to just go big, not huge, I'm going to show you guys the huge goal in a little bit here, but just a fairly big goal, $1 million house. Okay, so say you put $300,000 down. Let's just say you do average $30,000 in presents. I said I wanted a Razor, which is a side-by-side. I said I wanted an F-250 and an Audi R8. These are all down payments right here. So your home, it's going to be around $4,000 a month, assuming you have a $700,000 loan. The utilities, about $1,200. Food, I budgeted out about $1,000. That's for groceries. Eating out, I budgeted about $5,000, and that's huge. That's a lot of money. And the reason I put a lot more money into eating out is, for one, I wanted to overestimate, as well as if you take out, clients or just have big $1,000 meals, that'll kind of account for that. And miscellaneous, just anything I forgot. Gas, $1,000. So now I said you have 3 cars. The total loan amount, $150,000. It's only $2,700 a month, guys. Insurance, only $750, depending on your age, your driving record. That's probably what it would be for me. For luxury things, so things like any toys or hobbies or subscriptions that you have, I put $1,000. And vacation, $2,500 a month. That equaled about a $30,000 vacation per year. Okay. Now I'm gonna show you guys the totals here. This will blow your mind. $21,000. That's it. All you need is $21,000. I'm gonna show you guys how to make $30,000. $30,000. Literally, you could get so much more than this. Look how much. $1 million house. Imagine having $1 million house and 3 $100,000 cars for only $21,000 a month. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't need that much money to live how you want to live the life of your dreams. And that's the thing that I'm trying to get across to you guys. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys in this video. So in the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys why do we want money, the underlying concepts. And after that, we're doing what is money, showing you guys kind of the financial background here. And if any of that sounds interesting to you, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and just have a good rest of your night.